Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and on today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session created for a client that had a very serious medical issue with their brain. An aneurysm that really needed attention. They had the attention and they were in recovery. But unfortunately, what was happening as a side effect of the original element of the issue is that when they had this aneurysm, they collapsed. And then from that point onwards, even though the medical attention that they received was the right attention, any feelings in certain locations would feel a sense of anxiety, but also dizziness. And that was actually causing anticipatory fear, which was impeding their ability to be in situations where they might be around other people, particularly public types of situations. There was a feeling of anxiety in those situations. Now, it was long since the issue had been resolved, but the echo of that was the anxiety and feelings of dizziness. And by the way, these dizzy spells weren't very long. They were just a few minutes and then they would go away. But there was a feeling that because there was this dizziness when they collapsed the first time, that this could mean something more serious. So what you're going to hear in this hypnosis session is a reframe. And this reframe is positioning a part of them as almost a bit of a troublemaker, a bit of a cheeky rascal that is causing a bit of mayhem, but also that the dizziness is an echo of a previous event and not the event itself. And by framing it as an echo, it seems to distance and disassociate from the original actual event that did take place. Now, the cheeky rascal is a deliberate term because what we're doing is that this part that is causing the anxiety has a protective intention, but in doing so, it's actually causing a bit of problems and mayhem for them. So this element of calling it a cheeky rascal, which in British English would be a term of endearment of normally a child that is being troublesome, but in a playful or a cheeky way, not in a hurtful or a mean way. And therefore, it gives it a lens to look through where it's more playful rather than destructive. And a combination of these things about the echo and the cheeky rascal is a way to make the feelings of dizziness feel very manageable, feel very temporary, and feel that it doesn't have to escalate or amplify into something more serious. I think anyone with recurring feelings of dizziness will benefit to some extent from this, but obviously be aware that it was created for a very specific client in certain circumstances. And if you like the idea of a bespoke session, then look for the link in the show notes and you can schedule that free Zoom consultation call and we'll have a chat to see if I'm the right hypnotherapist to work for you. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, imagine breathing in a wonderful feeling of calm and relaxation. breathing in that wonderful feeling of relaxation, and as you exhale, allow yourself to feel like any tension, stress or worries is starting to leave your body in that outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, become aware of your center of gravity, the feeling of your body, and position your body in a way that feels more comfortable, if that helps. And allow yourself, as you breathe in and breathe out, to feel your eyelids getting heavier and more relaxed. Breathing in, gently exhaling, just like the soft ebb and flow of waves on a warm tropical beach. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to go back to a memory of a specific tropical beach. Only this time, imagine that you have that beach all for yourself. No one there but you, on the soft white sands, seeing the palm trees, blue skies and sunshine, and notice the waves rising and falling and gently breaking on the shore. I want you to feel that this is a safe, comfortable moment. A safe place inside your imagination to enable you to let go of any tension, any worries. To allow your emotions to reset. You've been through a lot. And therefore, your brain, your mind has been trying to keep you safe by being vigilant and cautious. But it's come at a cost. And I want you to feel that with all of these tests, all of these scans, you don't need to worry about some of these things anymore. So just feel that you're on that beach, standing barefoot on soft white sands, there on the shore of that beautiful tropical beach. Maybe you could imagine the air is warm, maybe a gentle breeze on your skin. And imagine hearing the rhythmic sound of waves rolling in and drifting back out again. And I want you to look at the sky and see that it's a perfect shade of blue. Just a few white clouds drifting peacefully by. And allow yourself to walk slowly along that beach, feeling the warm sand beneath your feet. And maybe you're where the sea meets the sand, and you can feel the cool sea there on your feet, your ankles, as the waves gently break on the shore. And every now and then, a wave comes in a bit stronger, a splash that's higher than the rest. But observe how it quickly settles. Just a passing moment, and then everything is calm again. I want you to see one of those white fluffy clouds turning dark. Just experience a tropical shower. One of those light rains that appears suddenly. It's there, intense, clears the humidity in the warm air, and then disappears just as quickly, leaving everything fresh when it fades away. I want you to get a sense that some things in life are like that. Unwelcome, maybe, unexpected, but short and manageable, and always passing. I want you to imagine there is a sun lounger there on that beach. The tropical shower has passed, the blue skies are back. And just imagine lying back on that sun lounger, feeling completely at peace, with the sound of the waves lapping gently nearby. Imagine looking up at the sky, noticing the clouds drifting lazily overhead. And just like thoughts or sensations, you can let them go. A cloud doesn't stay there forever, and neither does a thought. Observe them and allow them to pass, knowing that they never stay long. And every wave, and every breeze, and every breath helps you to drift deeper, deeper into calm, into safety, into a place where you remember just how far you've come. Because you have come far. You are healing and you are strong. And what if you are ready now to think differently? And those sensations that once may have caused concern could take on a new meaning, a new connotation, and you get to decide what that meaning and connotation is. Because from this relaxed and resourceful place, you can begin to reevaluate those temporary sensations. Sensations like lightheadedness and a little dizziness. What if you thought of them as nothing more than a cheeky rascal? A little rascal that comes to visit now and then. Uninvited, but no longer threatening. And maybe you smile to yourself because you know this little rascal has no real power anymore. It's not the storm it once was. It carries no intimidation or fear. It's just the echo of what has long since passed. An echo of something already resolved. And the beautiful thing about echoes is that they fade. They fade naturally. They get quieter over time, becoming less intense and less frequent. So now, whenever that cheeky rascal shows up, just imagine pausing, giving you time to evaluate. Allow yourself to breathe in a nice, relaxed way. And maybe you could imagine talking to that little rascal and saying, I see you. And you're a little echo. I know what you are. Because you do know what it is. You know that it's manageable. It's temporary. And you know that it always passes. In fact, the more you greet it calmly, with confidence, humor, or cheekiness, the faster it fades. And over time, as you react or respond with less fear and less focus, what if the rascal gets bored, stops showing up as often, becomes less of a thing? And even when it does pop by, you don't let it take up too much space, because you've already focused on something far more important. On healing, on living, on moving forward with strength and confidence. If there was something neurologically wrong, they would have found it, and they haven't. Which is how you know that this rascal is indeed an echo. Like a tickling sensation on a phantom limb. It's not real. And the more you think of it in that way, the truer it becomes. You are not broken. You are recovering. You are resilient and you are whole. This will pass. It always does. But I want you to teleport forwards in time, perhaps to an upcoming meeting, a presentation, kind of place where lots of people will be there. And just imagine feeling that light-headed feeling or dizziness. But imagine smiling to yourself, calling that sensation a cheeky rascal. Even asking it, are you going to be here for 2 or 3 minutes or less? You're not fazed by it. You're not worried by it. If you need to sit down, you can. But it's no big deal. And if it feels more manageable, more temporary, less of a big deal, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And in doing so, you are helping the echo to fade away. I want you to imagine getting up off that lounger. And I want you to imagine taking a gentle swim in the sea and allowing all of the emotional baggage of this past few months to feel like it's washing off you. Feel like you are on the brink of a fresh start, feeling empowered, confident, ready to move forward. And as you return to the shore, feel lighter, more optimistic, that things are going to get better and better. It's time to return to the present, so take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, start to connect and calibrate with the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting the count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, that's it. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.